Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Saturday. Happy Vlogmas. Day 300. I love when people do Vlogmas. And they're like, oh my god, I don't know that I'll make it all through Vlogmas. I don't know that I'll be able to vlog a video every day through Christmas. I don't know why that cracks me up so much. Probably because I like, it's no put down or anything like that. I love it. I'll be honest with you, I watch a lot of Vlogmas videos, a lot of them on a lot of different channels. I think Vlogmas might be one of my favorite times of year to watch videos, just because of like the things that people come up with for Vlogmas, you know. But what cracks me up about it is when people are like, I don't know that I can do it. And let's just be honest, those Vlogmas videos are no more highly edited than my videos are. They're no better than mine are, okay? They're just a bunch of, I mean, they're probably a little bit better than just sitting in a chair talking, sitting up in your room. I was just listening to that song by Brandy. Do you guys remember that song? So I'll text like Nikki late at night and I'll be like, what are you doing? Like, find out what TV show she's watching, and she'll say, I'm just sitting in the quiet, like enjoying the Christmas lights. And every time she says, I'm just sitting in the quiet, it always reminds me of that Brandy song, sitting up in the room. So I called her last night and I started singing that song to her. I think that's the only line that I know from the song. But it's from the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Do you guys remember that? Anyway, happy Vlogmas. Vlogmas is such a happy time of year. But it is so funny to me because actually somebody commented on, I don't know if it was on this channel, I think it was on this channel, somebody commented like on December 1st or something like that, and they said, welcome to Vlogmasm. Like, it was like they thought it was funny because I vlog every single day, you know? Well, almost every single day. I've taken, you know, a few days off this year, but yeah, happy Vlogmas. I do love Vlogmas. I'm joking about it only because when I see people that post about it and they'll be like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get through Vlogmas. And I'm like, I post a video, like at least post, well today I'm only posting this because I woke up and I didn't feel great and I'm getting kind of a late start on making videos today, but I love the Vlogmas videos. I love this is what I love. I love anything that's like all holiday themed. I mean, it's, okay, so this isn't really Vlogmas because Vlogmas isn't just, well, Vlogmas I think started with like, I guess I should look it up. Let's look up the definition on Google, okay, of what Vlogmas is. But like Vlogmas, I believe, originally started when it was like a countdown to Christmas. You would put up like a vlog every day until Christmas. And then it turned into like people doing like all holiday themed content, which is pretty much what it is now. What is Vlogmas? This will be so, I love the Google so much. What is Vlogmas? And so, like, makeup artists would do, like, all holiday-themed looks. People would put up, like, their decorations, the holiday drinks. Vlogmas is a holiday tradition where YouTubers post daily videos in the month of December, usually from December 1st through to Christmas Day. The term is a combination of video, blog, and Christmas. Vlogmas is a way for YouTubers to connect with their audience and share holiday joy. I have a wreath. It can be a fun and rewarding way to celebrate the season, but it can also be challenging. Many YouTubers prepare for weeks or months in advance to make it less stressful to post every day. Here are some tips for posting in Vlogmas. I don't know why I don't have my reading glasses on. Okay. Plan your content. Well, I do that like the night before. I just put vlog. Make sure your vlogs fit your channel's theme and niche. I don't really know what this channel's theme and niche is. Is it just telling stories about my life and giving a press conference of what I did the last 24 hours? Okay. For example, if you make food vlogs, you could post about Christmas cookies or Christmas dinner. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Choose your strategy. Oh, I don't have a strategy. I don't have a strategy. Is that obvious at this point? You can film every day, or you can post every few days or weekly. You can also choose to only post during the work week. Okay, is that a strategy? I don't know if that's a strategy or not. Have fun. Of course you want to have fun. It doesn't say of course. I'm adding that in there. You can document your life during the festive season, and it's worthwhile to do even if you aren't making money from it. Ingrid Nielsen, is she still around? A YouTube creator is credited with starting Vlogmas in 2011. Oh, I didn't know she started it. She was inspired to create something like a digital advent calendar. Okay. And then it has examples of people down here. None of them have I ever heard of. The secret reason YouTubers do Vlogmas. Oh, it's a YouTube video. Here's another one. This is from Tasty Edits. What is Vlogmas? Vlogmas is a holiday tradition on YouTube in which creators... Oh, I guess it just... Many videos have seasonal themes, from baking cookies to buying gifts. What are the rules of Vlogmas? This is kind of interesting, honestly. Who knew that today, when I got up, I was going to be looking up a bunch of things about Vlogmas. Vlogmas is a Christmas challenge where the idea is that you release a video on your YouTube every day in December up in and including Christmas. You've got 25 videos that you release in Christmas or during the Christmas period, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a vlog. It can also be a live stream. Oh, I didn't know that live streams count for Vlogmas, I guess. What? Is that part of the rules? Okay. What is Vlogmas for beginners? I mean, I think we know at this point. What is Vlogmas and how does it work? How to do Vlogmas on YouTube. Complete guide to Vlogmas. There are whole articles written about this, you guys. Complete guide to Vlogmas. Everything you want to know covered. Okay, let's read this one. Oh, this is long. This is like a dissertation. I mean, it's got chapters in there. Okay. The beginner's guide. What is Vlogmas for beginners? Let's... Vlogmas has been around since 2011. I don't think any of us are beginners on this anymore. Okay. The history of Vlogmas. I do kind of want to read this and see what the history of Vlogmas is. Oh, hold on a second. It's over before it began. Vlogmas. The coined term seems to be known by all nowadays, but when did Vlogmas come to be? Where did it come from? If you have never spent time on YouTube... By the way, oh, here's my Vlogmas for today. Now it's a verb. Now it's a verb. Here's my Vlogmas for today. This is the Barney's Santa's White Christmas, and I forgot like how good it smells. It totally smells up your whole kitchen. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. It does have a scent of chestnuts to it, which I love. Okay, back to the history of Vlogmas, and then we'll get on after this. If you've never spent time on YouTube during the holidays, you may not know what exactly Vlogmas is. Vlogmas is a holiday-themed event that happens throughout the month of December, where YouTube creators vlog every day leading up to Christmas, and some go until New Year's. While Vlogmas is very much a fun holiday tradition, it's also a challenge for the creators themselves, and many prep for weeks or even months ahead. Well, for like makeup looks, you would have to, because you couldn't get, I mean, some people like film videos like 12 hours a day, and I mean, we don't do all that over here, the editing and stuff like that. So I understand like people that are like having to like put together makeup editings and yard decorations and all that kind of stuff, edit it down, put music to it. We don't do all that. I mean, a lot of channels do that, but you know we don't do that over here. Okay. Legends say, who are the legends? I wouldn't know who the legends are. Legends of YouTube. Legends say Vlogmas started all the way back in 2011 by one of the OG YouTube creators, Ingrid Nielsen, once known as Ms. Glamorazzi. Ingrid coined the term of Vlogmas, video, blog, and Christmas, and started making videos every day of December leading up to Christmas. See, I did not know that. I learned that today. Ever for the casual lifestyle vlogger, Vlogmas season can be overwhelming, or even, I don't know. So it's best to plan out content in advance. It's important that the vlogs still fit your niche and theme of your channel. So if you're a beauty blogger, for example, creating 4 days of makeup looks could be your plan. From a profit perspective, the potential to earn during Vlogmas is also quite high, as most online personalities don't post every single day throughout the year. Working with brands that cater to your niche and your personality, personally love is a great way to get an added bonus out of Vlogmas, but be sure that you are only working with brands. Oh, they're talking about brand sponsorships. Okay. In addition to monetary incentives, the chances of growing your reach and improving, oh, that ain't gonna happen with me. Since the start of Vlogmas over 10 years ago, we've seen the popular tradition evolve to other platforms and adapt in different ways. This year, we're seeing an influx in creators partaking in Vlogmas on TikTok. Due to the nature of the platform, it seems to be much more low stress and manageable take on the tradition if you're not quite ready to fully dive into the YouTube scene. Are they saying that TikTok's easier than YouTube? Because I can tell you that there's a few YouTubers out there that would have issues with that statement. So what do you think? Have you watched Vlogmas over the years? Yes, I have. We've been watching Vlogmas since the beginning, and personally think the short form version over on platforms like TikTok are great, digestible, and less time intensive take on a fun holiday tradition. So now they're siding with TikTok? I'm confused. Listen, we're all here together. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother, everybody get together. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. That was pretty good, wasn't it? That was my Vlogmas song for the day. What was I gonna say? I don't even know how I got into that. Happy Vlogmas. I am watching some people's Vlogmas this year. I've been watching Smokey Glow's Vlogmas. She's doing a lot of deep dives into stuff that's happened the past couple years. Nightmare Bliss, hey! I linked her on my drama channel the other day. So, Mare is somebody that watches my vlog on a regular basis. She actually, her video yesterday was called something like Things That Peter Monn Made Me Buy from Amazon. Her videos are so cute. Okay, so I said this on my drama video, and I'll say it over here, and I'll also link her channel below for you guys. Her name is Mare, and it's Nightmare Bliss. And she does makeup looks. She does, like, coffee videos, like trying different coffees, trying different, she's a candle review company of the world as well. She does all kinds of things. She is very similar to me and just kind of like talking to the camera. So if you like this style, then you'll probably like her too. So I'm going to link her channel below. She's very, very sweet. She also has senior rescue dogs that she takes care of. And she's an extensive history knowing about beauty and makeup, which if you watch her videos, she tells you more about on there. And she knows a lot about senior rescue dogs and senior dogs, and really was very, very helpful when we were going through stuff with Boo Radley, and would just like, was always checking in and giving me like suggestions and things like that, and was so helpful, and I'm so grateful for her. And Mary, you know I love you. And I started like binge watching her videos a couple days ago. My favorite videos of hers are videos that she does with her friend Jeremy. That's been like her friend forever. And for some reason, it kind of reminds me of like me and Tanya Jean a little bit. So anyway, I love those videos with the two of them together. And so, but he lives in another state. So when she goes home to visit, like she does a lot of videos with him. But anyway, hi, how are you? Still haven't put the table together out here because, you know, I'm lazy. I still haven't put the Christmas tree up yet, you know, because I'm lazy. The Christmas tree is definitely going up. Here's the deal with the Christmas tree. It's either going up tonight or it's not going up at all. Which means it's going up tonight, because I'm not going to not put up a Christmas tree this year. I decided that. I kind of went back and forth with it. I went back and forth with, you know, I kind of figured something out about this vlog that I think, like, probably 99% of you figured out, like, I don't know, like 5 years ago, watching the vlog. There's still that 1% out there that, like, doesn't understand it, right? Is that my vlog is very stream of consciousness. So I might say something like, it's like if I'm talking to a friend on the phone, or if I'm just like inside my head thinking, right? Like that's very much what this vlog is. Where it's like, I might be like, oh, like maybe I'll rake the leaves today. And then tomorrow I'll get on the vlog and I'll be like, yeah, I didn't rake the leaves. And they're like, that 1% out there is like, he didn't rake the leaves! He didn't rake the leaves! You know, it's like, it's all just kind of stream of consciousness. Do we not get that about this vlog? I think we get that, don't we? Anyway, what was I saying? Nightmare Bliss. It's really nice out here today. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother, everybody. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, one another right now. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook too. Don't forget Goodreads. What is going on right now? Oh my god, it's the spirit of Vlogmas. What was I gonna say? I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Okay, let's get into this vlog, shall we? How did I start this? Oh, I started this because I was talking about Vlogmas. I was like, happy Vlogmas. Happy Vlogmas. Do you know what's so weird, though, in all honesty? And I wouldn't say so much this year. Oh, I was talking about the Christmas tree. Okay, so I've gone back and this is where I was like, you know, because if I say, like, it's just me talking through things. Like, if I was, like, in my head, like, in the kitchen. This is, like, what the vlog is. I think most people get that. Do you not get that? Like, I guess maybe, like, maybe I'm the only one that gets that. Or is it really most of you get that? I think most of you get that, right? So, like, if I one day say, like, yeah, I don't want to put up a Christmas tree, and then the next day I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about putting up a Christmas tree. Like, you guys just know that's Peter's mind, how I think, right? Like, I mean, it's Vlogmas. Okay, so I saw this thing. Somebody sent me this thing, and it was like, if you don't want to, if you're like, you know, going through tough times, if you're grieving, whatever you're going through, if you don't want to go to your family's house for Thanksgiving or Christmas, you don't have to. If you don't want to put up a Christmas tree, don't put up a Christmas tree. And that kind of got into my head, right? And then I was like, well, the reason why I don't really want to put up a Christmas tree in the bedroom this year is just because it's really messy, and I don't want to move all that stuff out of the corner that I already have organized over there. Okay, that's that reason. But I do want to put up the Christmas tree downstairs. But then I was kind of like, well, we're like 2.5 weeks out. Do I really care? I go back and forth. When it literally takes 5 minutes for me to put up that Christmas tree, and I'll be so happy when the Christmas tree is done. So last night I was like, we're just going to put up the Christmas tree tomorrow is what we're going to do. But anyway, what was I going to say about Vlogmas? Oh, this is what I was going to say about Vlogmas. It's funny that I was like saying all that kind of stuff, right? Because there have been years before where I have been like, I think that I'm going to do like Vlogmas, like on my Peter Monn channel, right? Where every day it was going to be like a holiday theme. Which is funny because when I talk to people, like other YouTubers, not this year I didn't think about it, I didn't think last year or whatever, but like years ago I would think about doing Vlogmas. And every time I say something to like another YouTuber or whatever about doing Vlogmas, they laugh and they go, don't you post videos every day? And I'm like, yeah, but like all holiday, like I want to do like all holiday themed ones, right? And they're like, okay, but don't you post videos every day? So you just turn them into holiday ones, or, you know, have a Christmas tree behind you or a wreath. So I guess I have been doing Vlogmas every day. But no, like I would think about it, like all the drama. Like I thought about like, you know, one year I was like, I'll go back and do like all the holiday drama, you know, or go back and do, it doesn't matter. This is our male guy that the whole neighborhood loves. And he has had 2 knee surgeries. And like 2 days ago, he came back and I talked to him. And he's like feeling much better. He is such a nice guy. And he was like, he's been gone for, I don't know how long he's been gone for. But he was like, I haven't seen your little dog. And I had to tell him about Boo Radley passing away. And he was like, oh, it makes me kind of sad. I'm really sorry. He was so nice about it. My neighbor's out in the yard. I don't know what he's doing. They have these big, like, I'll have to show you guys. I'll have to show you in the dark, but it's like they have these Christmas tree lights because they're filming for Vlogmas. Why is that such a funny joke? It's not even a good joke. But anyway, they have all these, like, around their walkway. They have, like, the big lights, like, in the ground that look like, you know, Christmas bulb lights. It's kind of funny, to be honest with you, that I'm, like, so, like, laughing and stuff on this vlog, because up till about an hour ago, I felt like absolute crap. I felt like absolute crap. I didn't get a lot of sleep. I had a really, really bad headache that has slowly been going away. So last night, I took a nap. Alex had so much fun at his thing last night. And last night, I took a nap, and I got up from my nap, and I felt very rested. And then I talked on the phone for a while to Tanya Jean, and then I talked on the phone, like I said, to Nikki, and sitting up in her room in the quiet. She says hi to all the vloggerinos too. I was just talking to her before I got on here, and she's like, tell all the vloggerinos I said hi. I said, okay. So she said hi. Valerie always tells me to say that too. Valerie is always like, tell everybody at the vloggerinos I say hi. So anyway, what was that? I don't know what that was. Happy vloggerinos. Happy Vlogmas. So, talked on the phone for a little bit, cleaned the kitchen, started some laundry. I'm trying to, like, do a bunch of laundry right now. And then I was like, oh, it was like, after that, it was like, I think it was like almost 1 o'clock. And I was like, I don't know what time I slept till, but probably like around midnight I slept till. And so I wait till midnight to read all of my Christmas books. Okay, and by all my Christmas books, what I mean is the 25 Days by Per Jacobson, because it's a chapter a day, it's an advent calendar book. And then the second advent calendar book is called Xmas Break. And I read a chapter a day in there. And so like when it turns midnight, turns the next day, I read that chapter. And then I'm also reading The Great Christmas Kidnapping Caper, which was this book that I read as a kid. I'm like halfway through it. It's okay. I mean, it's a kid's book. And then I'm reading The House Without a Christmas Tree. I'm actually like halfway through that one too. So, it's big pages like this, and it's like 4 to a chapter, and then pictures. I'm excited about finishing that one because I want to watch the movie that I was talking about on here the other day. Apparently she won like an Emmy for like the movie that was made, and like I guess she won an Emmy for the screenplay that she wrote for the movie, or based on the movie or whatever, for this book. And there's a Thanksgiving one too, like the Thanksgiving Without a Guest or something like that. It has the same girl in it, this Adelaide girl, Addie. I won't be reading the book, but I might watch the movie. So I am going to watch the Christmas movie, The House Without a Christmas Tree, after I get done. After I get done reading the book, I'm going to watch the movie. So I'm excited about that, which is another reason why I got to get the Christmas tree up, because I don't want to be a house without a Christmas tree, because that's just bitter, you know? So, okay. So after that, okay, so I got, those are the 4. And then I just bought, and it just came the other day, and I showed you guys the new book called I'll Be Alone for Christmas. And then the last book is Maximum Ride. Maximum Ride. It's about, because her name is Max in the book. It's the first one in the Angel Experiment series by James Patterson. So last night, I was getting ready. I got done with so I'm not reading the I'll Be Alone for Christmas. I was going to try to catch up and read a chapter a day, but I'm not doing that. So last night I sat there, and when I got to that one, I was like, okay, because I was caught up to read like a chapter a day going forward, because it only has 22 chapters and an epilogue, whereas the other books have 25 chapters. So I had to get caught up, if that makes sense. So I'm like at the same space. So if I read a chapter a day, I'll finish them on Christmas, if that makes sense. Okay. So I started reading that book last night, and then my plan was to read just a chapter and then go into Maximum Ride, the James Patterson book. I was probably on page, I think I was on page like 30 or 33. Something, it was like 32 or 33. I was like, is the kitchen light on? Alex is in the kitchen. I was on page like 32 or 33. It is, and that was like the chapter that I was reading. I'm now on page like 120. It is so good, you guys. It's a novella, so it's a real short read. Like I was talking to Nikki about it, that's what I was telling her before. And she's like, I think I'm gonna go home, because she was running errands. And she's like, I think I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna just like sit down and read the whole thing. I said, it is that good. So it's about this woman, and she's a school teacher. I'm not gonna ruin it for you. I will just give you a very brief synopsis. It's about this woman, and she's a school teacher, and she thinks that her boyfriend's gonna propose to her on Christmas. And so she rents this cabin up in the mountains, okay, in this like very scary area, and it's a cute small town, but very like isolated. And she imagines him like proposing to her on Christmas Eve and all this kind of stuff, even picks out the outfits. It's very detailed in the way that the other ones are not. And so it's called I'll Be Alone for Christmas, and it's by Kristen Mulligan. And you can get it on Amazon. It's like $7.99, the paperback version. I think it's free on Kindle Unlimited. It's like 156 pages. You literally could just sit in one setting and read the whole thing. So anyway, she thinks her boyfriend, this all happens like in the first chapter. She thinks her boyfriend's gonna propose to her on Christmas Eve, but instead he breaks up with her and says he's not in love with her anymore. So now she's got this cabin, and she talks about being school teachers always planning out their vacations like a long time in advance and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And so she's like, she can't get her deposit back on the cabin, and her mom doesn't want to fly out so she's like, her mom tells her to come home and visit them, and she doesn't want to do that. All of her friends have plans already with like their spouses and kids and stuff. All her work friends. So she has nobody to go to this cabin with. So she's gonna lose out on $1,000 if she doesn't go for the week over Christmas. So she decides she's gonna go anyway. And so she goes up there, and she buys a bunch of wine and junk food at Trader Joe's, and her plan is just to sit and watch Stranger Things and other Netflix shows in this cabin and just spend a Christmas by herself and recoup and cry and drink wine and watch shows and just relax in a way that she doesn't usually get to relax. But somebody else has a plan for her, okay? And it's very suspenseful. What's interesting to me about this is she's an independent author. She's only written like, I think, well, this book is independently printed. Maybe the other ones aren't. But she's only written like 3 books. Let me pull her up on the Goodreads right now. I think her name's Kristen Mulligan. Goodreads is so slow. Did y'all get on Goodreads? It is so slow. Sitting up in my room. I love that song. That whole soundtrack, that Waiting to Exhale soundtrack is so good. I'll Be Alone for Christmas by Kristen Mulligan. So just in case you want to buy it, this is what it looks like. It was $7.99 the paperback on Amazon. Okay. It says, I'll Be Alone for Christmas is a suspenseful novella filled with terror, a dash of gore, and packed with Christmas spirit. Romy's winter break was, remember I was joking about her name. Her name's Rome, is what it really is. Okay, Romy's winter break was planned out months ahead. I think I already read this, didn't I, on the back of the book? A week at the cabin in the woods sounded romantic, and maybe it was just what her boyfriend of 2 years needed to pop the question. Instead, he proposed they break up, a week before they were destined to wake up Christmas morning, happier than ever. Haunted but undaunted, Romy embarks on a solitary journey to the remote cabin, yearning for peace and closure in the tranquil snowscape. 6 nights of isolation, wine, and TV shows seem like the perfect remedy for a breakup, yet, from the moment she arrives, an ominous presence clings to her. Okay, this is not paranormal at all. The house is old, creaking and shifting, as if harboring another occupant. Bizarre occurrences escalate as each day passes, blurring the line between reality and a nightmare, making her question everything. She is alone, right? Remember I kept on saying that the other day? When Romy decides it's time to leave the vacation rental early, it's already too late. Snowed in and unable to escape, she has to survive the frigid conditions and limited resources, and the possibility that someone sees her when she's sleeping and knows when she's awake. Okay, the synopsis is cheesy at best. This book is so good. I wanted to look up and see, how many books she had written. Okay, so it says on here, Kristen Mulligan is a Southern California author known for weaving captivating tales across multiple genres. Her big book is called The Acts of Lie, a Romantic Suspense. But, like, it has 1,208 ratings, and it came out, I don't know if let's see if she published it herself. Yeah, it doesn't say an author, so she must self-publish. I'm going to start talking a lot about more, like, self-published authors over here. So that she published in 2023. This came out October 8th of 2024. But in the preface, she said she previously published it under another name. And then Ground did a romantic comedy, 234 ratings, came out March 28th, 2023. The cover is really cute. It's a romantic comedy. Yeah, she must not have a publisher, because it doesn't say the publisher on here. It just says published and the date. Okay, I don't know about her other books, but I'm going to try them. But Kristen Mulligan, I mean, I'm telling you right now, this Christmas book is probably one. Well, I was telling Nikki earlier, like, I would read it even as not a Christmas book. It's a novella, and I wish it was a lot longer. It is, I will tell you, I know when I say this, people are going to be like, oh, hell no. It holds its own with, like, Freida McFadden. It is that good of a suspense novel. I could not put it down to you guys last night. Like, I was just like, one more chapter. It is that good. She builds suspense like nobody's business. I mean, I was blown away. Like, it is very, I don't even know that she's aware of some of these movies and stuff, but if you've ever watched a movie with Barbara Stanwyck back in the day, Sorry, Wrong Number, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, my mom loved it too. She's on the phone, and she overhears, like, a murder that's going to happen to her, but then she's, like, calling the police station and stuff like that. There's a whole scene in this movie where she's, like, on the phone, but, like, something is happening at the same. You guys, the building of tension, she should turn this novella, she should write a sequel to it and make it a standalone. I think she could. I'm so blown away that this book is not getting more attention. That 25 Days by Per Jacobson, which I will give a trigger warning, although I didn't write the book, it's not my responsibility to give the trigger warning, but people have asked me now, a couple people have asked me. There is, like, animals that die in not too nice of ways in the book. So if you have issues with that, I just want to say that about the Per Jacobson book last night again. I don't know how much more is going to happen because I'm just reading the book a chapter a day as well. But, like, the Per Jacobson book is fun to read. First of all, that book is it must have sold massive amounts. Because I feel like on Facebook, it is constantly, like, I'm in all these book groups, thriller book clubs on Facebook. It comes up all the time, okay? I mean, like, if I pulled up my Facebook right now, it would probably show, like, where are you at in this book? People are talking about this book left and right on Facebook. The Per Jacobson book is pretty good. The writing is not great. Each chapter, it's a different character's point of view. So it's either, like, the mom or dad or one of the daughters. But it's about them getting stuck at this house, this cabin in the woods, and they can't get out of there. And so, but it always kind of ends on a cliffhanger. And so you have to wait, which is the idea. It's fun. It's really fun to read. I'm having a really good time. You know, it's interesting because I didn't really know what I needed to kind of, like, get me in the Christmas mood. this year, and these advent calendar books and just reading these Christmas books and lighting the candles every night and all this kind of stuff. By the way, Winterberry, which was one of my least favorite of the Happy Waxes, is now probably my favorite of the Happy Waxes. The Winterberry. It comes in like a red package. It's like my favorite of the candle waxes. I love it. The camera stopped. So if you're looking for a candle wax, the Winterberry by, it has like a very Christmas, like a spicy, fruity scent to it. I don't really know how to explain it other than that. I do want to say something. Somebody asked me yesterday, can you not get a battery that will go longer than 30 minutes on your camera? So it's not the battery. I know I say the battery stopped. It's the camera stops at 30 minutes. It's the setting, okay? So on my camera, you can set it for like a film, or like, there's different settings on this. It's a Canon G7X. So there's different settings on there. There's a setting that will like run longer than that, but it doesn't, like, the clarity is not that good on it. And so for me to keep it on this one, it's like the longest it'll run is 30 minutes. So it's not the battery. The battery I get, it depending on the battery. Like the battery I had yesterday that had like the chip on the side of it, or that was 2 days ago, that battery had about 30 minutes in it. Most of my batteries, typically like a brand new battery, will run about an hour. I think it's about an hour and 16 to an hour and 20 minutes. Like a brand new battery. Like that's when I have to recharge it, is after I film for like an hour and 16 to hour and 20 minutes. The older batteries, and I've been trying to like replace them, and so like that's why we have the bin in there for batteries where we like go and like donate, or not donate them, but like so they can get rid of them in appropriate ways at Best Buy and stuff like that. But when they start going down to about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, like right now I'm at what, 31 and a half minutes. If like at 45 minutes, if this battery, like if it went to the halfway mark, I would know that this is like, this battery, I've been using it for a long time. The newer batteries, I have like 5 batteries. I have 2 charging at any given time, and I have 3 in like this wood dish. And then the 6th one is the one that I need to buy some new batteries. But I mean, I have 5 right now, so I don't need that. I mean, but I think like out of the 5, 3 of them are pretty good, and 2 of them are kind of like slowly dying. But they still work, so I'm not going to get rid of them yet, you know? My neighbor just left to go somewhere. The Winterberry. Yeah, the Winterberry wax. I didn't think I would like it. One of the reasons why I used it first was because I wanted to save like the gingerbread and the snickerdoodle for closer to Christmas. But I love that one. Now I'm like, oh my god, I want to get more of them because I love them so much. But they really smell up the whole downstairs. Okay, so anyway, what was I talking about? Was I talking about this book? Oh, the Barbara Stanwyck thing. Okay, so I was talking about Sorry, Wrong Number, if you've ever seen the movie. I had the radio tape, and I watched the movie back in the day. And my mom and I love that movie. If you don't know what the movie is about, it's Barbara Stanwyck is sick, and she doesn't leave her bed. And so her husband is supposed to be home, and he's not home yet. And she's like rich, and she lives in New York City. It takes place in the 40s. It's a fantastic thriller if you've never seen it. And she's like on the phone, and while she's on the phone, she like clicks it. This is how phones were back in the day, and like wires get crossed on the phone, you know? And so she hears somebody plotting a murder, and what she doesn't know is that the murder that's being plotted is hers. You guys have never heard this? Oh my god, it's so good. And the books were written by Louise Fletcher, who also wrote this book that I wanted to read for like the last 30 years. I bought it on like eBay like 30 years ago, and it's called $88 to Cambridge or something, or Oxford or something like that. It's about this woman that asked this guy to take him to a cab to this house in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, Louise Fletcher wrote like a lot of these like vintage like mystery books back in the day. And for a while I was like buying them because I thought they were like, I loved that movie so much. Sorry, Wrong Number. Anyway, this book is very like that. It's like every chapter, they do kind of like leave on a cliffhanger, but you don't have to read a chapter a day. It's not an advent calendar book. And so the way that she builds the suspense in this book, like already like in chapter 1, you kind of like get a little kind of like freaky vibes. Like this is like something bad's going to happen to her in this cabin. By chapter like 5, you're kind of like, oh, is something going to happen? Like it's a creaking board, things like that. By chapter like 8, it's like, oh wait, something's really going on. By like 11, I mean, she builds suspense so well. I don't know why she's doing these romantic comedies. I mean, that's probably what she enjoys writing, and you should write what you enjoy. She is such a fantastic suspense writer. I mean, if she put out a full-on 400-page suspense novel tomorrow, I would read it. If anybody knows Kristen Mulligan, I'm gonna reach out and tell her I think I'm going to. I'll be like, girl, you need to write a full-on thriller, because this was fantastic. and I have read a lot of thrillers recently. I'm currently listening to the Paula Hawkins book just so I can get it done by this weekend so I can start finally listening to Christmas Mysteries. If I don't finish that Paula Hawkins book by this weekend, I'm starting Christmas Mysteries on Monday, and we're just going to postpone it till January. It's not that good. Paula Hawkins, who wrote Girl on the Train, this novella is like 100 times better than that. I'm blown away. But this is what I was saying, I think, also, was that I didn't really know what I needed to get in the Christmas spirit. Like, I was like, if I put the Christmas bedding on, the Christmas bedding's helped. I like the Christmas bedding. It's definitely not as comfy yet, because it's not as worn in as the Halloween bedding. I thought, like, if I got this stuff out here, that would kind of put me in a Christmas mood. Watching Christmas movies. I'm not really in a big Christmas... Like, I did the Christmas... I'm in the mood to watch a couple Christmas movies this year, but like how I, like, binge watch, like Alex watched all his Christmas movies the other day. I'm not really in the mood to watch a bunch of new Christmas movies this year. Reading the Christmas books, like, I'm real into that, but I'm not really into watching a bunch of new Christmas movies this year. A couple of them I'll watch. And maybe that might change tomorrow, you know? That might change tomorrow. But, like... I think there was part of me that thought, like, if you put up a Christmas tree, that will, like, really seal the deal. Then you'll be in a better Christmas mood. And I do think that, like, while I'm reading the Christmas... I was thinking about this last night. Like, while I'm reading the Christmas books, to have a Christmas tree lit over in the corner, I think will be pretty, you know? And I'll really enjoy it. What was I going to tell you guys? Oh, by the way, Tanya Jean was asking me the other day. Okay. I know this fireplace thing has become a joke at this point because I have, like... not called in months to get the fireplace fixed. I'm fully aware of it. I'm fully aware of it. I think the other thing is this. When people are like, Peter, get the fireplace fixed. I think part of it is that if I really cared, I really would have. Like, if I really was, like, dying that hard to have a fire this winter, I would have gotten it fixed. I mean, the things that I want to do, like, I get them done. So I didn't. It wasn't on the top of my priority list. But Caroline's getting me some names. She gave me one already of these, like, smaller companies that she thinks can get out here a lot sooner, like maybe even before the first of the year. But then Tanya the other day, that we were talking on the phone, and she said, like, Tanya has a full working fireplace, and so she was like, I bought this thing for my fireplace because I was going through so many Duraflame logs, and she was like, and my flue, blah, 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 whatever, like, they were gonna have to come out here and fix it. And so she bought this thing, and she's like, you should get one of these because it puts off heat and everything. And I go, what is it? And she's like, it's like this heater thing that you put in your fireplace, and it looks like a real fire, and then you, like, plug it in. Look at this. That's in Tanya's fireplace. And I texted her back, and I said, oh, that's cute. I need to get my fireplace fixed too, LOL. So... But anyway, she's like, you should get one of those for your fireplace. I'm like, no. They already let me have it for not fixing my fireplace. Can you imagine if I said, oh, I'm just going to get these plug-in logs? That's where I can't be just a normal person. Anybody else would just be like, yeah, I'm getting these plug-in logs for the year. F the fireplace. But, you know, it's because I'm lazy. Anyway, it's kind of a pretty day outside today. Did I say that earlier? I mean, it's not kind of a pretty day. It is a pretty day outside. It's still cold. I actually looked at the weather before I came out here because I was like, is it too cold to come out here? Because Alex was like, don't go outside. He's like, I'll go upstairs because he's watching Gossip Girl. He's like, go upstairs and then you can vlog inside. I was like, I need to be outside. I need to be outside. I'm going to walk tonight when I get done with this. I was like, he was like, are you sure? He was like, I can go upstairs. I was like, I don't want to sit at this table another night. I want to sit at the table when it's freezing cold and I can't go outside. If I can go outside, I'll go outside. It is currently 46 and fair outside. But I think, do you guys remember I was talking about, like, migraines, like, this week? So I woke up, it didn't feel like a migraine, but my head hurt really bad. And it started hurting, like, right as I was going to bed last night. So, here's the deal. Here's the story, Morning Glory. I couldn't remember what I was going to say. Are we getting a package? I ordered almost all of my Christmas presents last night. I only have, I think this must be us, because I'm getting Christmas packages. I have Alex's Christmas gifts today, which I have, still to buy. Alex and I are kind of going back and forth between, oh, it's the neighbors across the street, but I am getting things today. Alex and I are kind of going back and forth. We usually kind of go overboard at the holidays and get like each other like each like a luxury bag. He's been getting me a bracelet every year because I've been like collecting the bracelets to wear with, you know, with my watches and stuff like that. But we talked about this year like getting each other like one nice thing, one like memory kind of thing. This is what we usually, I mean, we've done this for years, but then we end up buying more and more and more. Alex and I go way overboard. And so we usually do, I was saying this in my drama video the other day, like one like really nice gift, like an expensive gift, one like memory, meaningful gift, and then like some kind of like intimate, like romantical gift. So, but we were talking this year about if we do plan a trip, which would be like December, well not December, but January or February, because we're going to Florida in March. If we did that, then maybe just that be our Christmas present to each other and buy each other like one just nice thing, and that be it. So I got that. Carlitos is enthralled with my Birkenstock clogs. Not my sandals, my Birkenstock clogs. And so I couldn't remember, I was going to buy them for him for his birthday, and I couldn't remember like which ones he wanted, and then Liliana didn't get back to us with his shoe size. And so when we saw him at Thanksgiving, he was like looking at my gray felt Birkenstocks, and he was like, I saw him looking at him, I was like, did you still, and he said something like, Tio Peter, are you still going to get me those shoes? And I was like, the Birkenstocks? He's like, yeah. And I was like, are you really going to wear them? And he was like, oh yeah, I would really wear them. He's like, everybody wears Crocs. He was like, but like the older kids wear those. I said, oh, the clogs? He goes, yeah, like the older kids in high school, they wear those, but nobody in our grade wears them. He goes, so I would be like one of the first ones to wear them. I was like, well, what color would you want? He was like, I want that color. I go, you want the gray felt? Like, I just, that doesn't seem like something that like a kid would wear, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I want those. And then I said, okay, Sebastian, what do you want from Tio Peter and Tio Alex? Do you want a pair of, because we try to like get him like, you know, you don't want to give one kid, I was going to get him like coats. I know this is so boring. I become that boring uncle, okay? I was going to get him like nice North Face coats or something. They don't want that. And so I looked at Sebastian. He is so funny. He is going to be like the comedian of the family. And I said, Sebastian, I said, I think I talked about this on here because Carlito said something about like at the dinner table about like, why don't you sell those? And he goes, because I don't know how. But I said to Sebastian, I said, do you want some Birkenstock clogs too? He goes, no. He goes, I want Pokemon cards. So last night I ordered Sebastian a ton of Pokemon. I don't even know if I got the right thing. I got rare ones, and he'll just have a ton of Pokemon cards to open on Christmas. So I gotta get Carlitos those Birkenstock clogs. I'm kind of like, I mean, if he wants the ones that are gray felt, dark gray felt, I'll get them for him. But I just don't think that he's going to like those ones the most. Then I got to get my mother-in-law something. But here's where it becomes difficult, okay? Because for, like, Caroline's family, we buy something for everybody, okay? Caroline, her husband Mike, David, his girlfriend, her stepson, his wife, blah, blah, blah. We have to buy something for everybody, okay? At Alex's house, we each, like, pick a name. And then it's, like, not really a secret Santa. I don't remember what they call it. But you pick a name and then you just get that person. So I've got one person. But then last year, Alex and I literally showed up because everybody was like, you got to keep to the rules. You got to keep to the rules. So last year we show up and we just bought, I had Alex's cousin and I bought her like bongo drums and this like amplifier and all this kind of stuff. She was so excited because she's like real musical. And she wanted a karaoke machine this year. I was like, oh, please God, let me get her. I want to get her a karaoke machine so bad because it'll drive Alex's uncle crazy. I wanted to get a karaoke machine so bad for her. So anyway, but I didn't get her this year. Shh, don't tell anybody. So anyway, so Alex went over to his aunt's house because they had our names of who we got pulled, right? And, I mean, nobody's going to know because whatever, but, so we got Alex's grandma and somebody else. And so Alex was like, these are the two names we pulled. Who do you want? And I said, you take your grandma. I think that would be real nice for you to do, you know, like, then you can pick her out. And he's like, well, I was thinking the same thing. And I said, I think that'd be really sweet. So I have one person to buy for over there. But here's the deal. Last year, Alex and I literally showed up. See, I can already tell I'm at like 14 minutes in the second part of the battery. So what, 44 minutes or whatever, and the battery hasn't gone the halfway mark. Now watch, as soon as I say this, it'll happen. So this is one of the better batteries, I think. But anyway, last year, Alex and I show up with because everybody was so strict. They're like, just the gifts for who you're buying it for. And we're like, okay. So we show up, and Alex's mom has presents for everybody. Carlos and Liliana had presents for everybody. And I was like, okay, I mean, nobody else did, but just Alex's mom and then Carlos and Liliana, they had presents for everybody. So I was like, we're not doing that this year. No. We're going to get stuff for his grandma from both of us and everybody. Okay, we'll just, who we picked is who we'll get the special gift for. But other than that, we're going to do other things. And my nephews, I mean, I'm buying them stuff for Christmas. You know, they're only going to be that age for so long. So I'll probably buy Sebastian a pair of Birkenstocks too and the Pokemon cards. And then Carlitos, there's like this, what's that place called? Carlos is always telling us, don't buy them like toys and shit like that around the house. Like, well, I mean, they're kind of aging out of that at this point. But he's like, if you want to buy him stuff, buy him experiences. There's this place that Carlitos loves to go. It's like one of those places where you bounce. It has like trampolines all inside of it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Fly zones or something like that. I'm thinking about getting a gift card for him. So then my mother-in-law, I have no clue what to get my mother-in-law. And then Caroline, I don't know what to get Caroline either. She said, well, she said I could share whatever I want to share on here. So last year for Christmas, Caroline didn't have an iPad. She just had her computer that she would watch her shows on. So we were at the mall one day. I don't even know if I told this story on here or not. Probably not. But I was like, come on, let's go to the Apple store and let's look at stuff. Because she would always be like, you watch your shows on your iPad, and isn't it so? Because she likes to sit on her couch, you know? And like Mike sits in, like, so they have like the living room, like a little living room where they keep the Christmas tree, and then like the main living room off the kitchen, and like she can see him from the couch, and like they shout at each other and stuff like that. They don't go to Gladiator with each other. So anyway, little inside joke for everybody that watches the vlog now. But anyway, so she was like, I wish I had an iPad because then I could watch, you know, from bed. She kept on saying this over and over. And I was like, girl, why don't you just get an iPad? You would use it for work too. And she's like, yeah, I would use it for work. And she was like, Alex has one. I said, but you'd have to get one that has like a lot of memory on it and stuff like that. And she was like, Alex has one with the keyboard and the pen, and he loves it. He uses it all the time for work. Like, he doesn't really watch shows on it as much as I do, like, unless we travel. I exclusively watch shows on my iPad. That's all it's for. And so she kept on saying stuff about she was going to buy herself one. She didn't want to buy herself one. So one day we were just out, and I said, come on, let's go into Apple. It was, like, right around Christmas. And she was like, well, what are you looking at? I said, well, look at this iPad. So we were looking at iPads, and she's like, oh, this is the one that I want. And so the guy came over. He was real friendly. And I was like... So I said to Caroline, I was like, this is the one that you would get if you were going to get one. She's like, yeah, I mean, she was completely clueless. And I was like, okay. And so I can't remember what else. Was that last year or was it the year before? I would think that was last year. So anyway, she did walk out to go look for somewhere. So she walked out. So I got it for her and I had him bag it up. And so I walked out. Carol's like, did you get what you needed? Oh, I was telling her that I was like, she didn't know that I gotten one when I was in Arizona or something like that. And so, hey, how are you? Good. Hi, Tiger. Oh. She always goes like this. Bye, Tiger. So I handed it to her, and Caroline started, like, crying in the mall. So, and I said to her, I said, listen, you pick me up every week. You take me around. You have been so supportive to me and everything. Like, let me please, you know, do this for you. And she was so excited about it. She loves her iPad. She's always sending me pictures of her, like, watching her iPad, you know, with her glass of wine, right? She's, like, in her candle. She's like, I'm so cozy. But anyway, so I said to her this year, I said, I didn't know what to get you for Christmas this year. And she's like, well, there's this Louis Vuitton bag. I said, girl, I said, no. I said, this was a one and done, okay? Like, listen, she started laughing. Because she's like, well, when we go out, you always get my gas, and you'll get this for me, and if we eat lunch. And I was like, listen, I want to get you something nice, okay? But... Because she picked out this bag, and the Louis Vuitton bag she picked out was, like, so unique. It was like, because she's like, I want a high-end bag, but it's something that I can use all the time. And so she picked out this, like, black Louis Vuitton bag that's, like, has this, like, kind of strange strap on it. It's, like, $3,800. I was like, girl, I don't know what kind of money you think that I have. She started laughing. She's like, and this is what she said to me. You know what she said to me? Like she does with everything else, with the wood bracelets and everything else. If you loved me, you would... I said, do not say that shit to me, Caroline. She just started laughing. And then I felt bad, and I said, like, I felt like my mom, like, back in the day when I wanted something, you know, when my mom would say, if you really want it. And I said, well, if you, I mean, we could go look at Louis Vuitton. And she goes, Peter, I'm not letting you buy me a Louis Vuitton bag. And I said, well, maybe a wallet. And she goes, not a wallet. I go, a wristlet? I go, even the wristlets are expensive there, Caroline. So anyway, I don't know what to get for Caroline. last year, I also got her other stuff because I got her, maybe that was the year before, I got her the slippers that she wanted, and she told me exactly what kind she wanted, and then she didn't like the ones that I got her, and she was like, you have to return them or something like that. I think I got her I don't know, but anyway, so I got Caroline, and then I have to buy something for Mike, her husband. He's real easy. I'll probably do like a gift card for him. He could care less about Christmas gifts or anything. He could care less. He'll just be like, oh, thanks, I appreciate it, and then he walks in the other room. David, her son, so I bought his girlfriends last night. I bought her stepsons and her two stepsons. I bought them presents. And I bought her stepson's wife a present. Who else did I buy? Carlitos, the one that I picked from Alex's family. So David, and I gotta ask Caroline something specific about him. Last year I got he and his girlfriend both, because he loves cologne, and so I was like, you have to send me the list of, he knew I was gonna get him cologne because I love cologne too, and so I was like, you gotta send me a list of like what colognes you already have, and I was so confused by what he sent me. But anyway, I ended up buying he and his girlfriend both Burberry cologne. He's so funny, like I'll walk in their house and he'll be like, Chanel Blue, and I'm like, what? And he'll be like, do you have Chanel Blue on? I'm like, I do have Chanel Blue on. How do you know? He's like, I can tell. His girlfriend just shakes his head. They're such a cool couple. I love them so much. So I don't know that I want to do, well, I got her something. She is like, it's so funny because David and my mom were so close. My mom, like, she just adored him. I mean, obviously he was like the first and only, grandchild on that side of the family, and so my mom would like take care of him like 2 days a week, and he loved my mom so much, and my mom loved him so much, and it's funny because his girlfriend reminds me of my mom a lot. I mean, she's very earthy. I wouldn't say she's like her style is kind of like a mix between kind of like cute preppy, hippie, beatnik. Like she's always got like some fun beaded necklace on. Her hair's real cute. She's got really thick hair, and it's like she's got bangs. She's so cute. She wears these big glasses, and oh, she's so cute. Anyway, I adore her, and she is so sweet, and her family comes over and does stuff with us too, and so like her family knows Alex's mom and everything, and they're just such a sweet couple. I love them so much. But she reminds me of my mom, and like she just got like, she's like really good one-on-one, but like if you're in a big group setting, she kind of like just, she like my mom was kind of like that, and she's so much fun to talk to. I just adore her so much. Yeah, so it was funny because at Thanksgiving, I said something about them getting married, and Alex was like, Peter, don't ask that. And she goes, no, you can ask that. And I go, oh, is this like a conversation? She goes, yeah, we've been having the conversation. So I think 2025 and 2026 are going to be a big wedding years for us. I mean, we're already starting off going to a wedding on New Year's Eve. So I think that 2025 and 2026 are going to be big wedding years for us. One of his other friends just got engaged too. So he was at one of the engagements, and his other friend just got engaged. He said the first one they're doing here, but they don't know. I don't think they've set a date. The second one, he thinks it's going to be a destination wedding, so that'll probably be fun. That'll be fun. And I know both of those girls, and they're fiancés, so those will be fun weddings. And then he has two friends that I think one will probably get engaged the first 6 months of the year, and I think the other one will get engaged the last 6 months of the year, but I think both of those engagements are coming. So, I mean, we're talking 4 weddings in a year or 2. I don't mind going to weddings as long as I don't have to be in the wedding. I don't want to be in a wedding. I'm 52 years old, okay, and I'm not a mother or father of the bride or groom. I don't need to be in a wedding. People used to always, I mean, it was nice. I guess I should say it was an honor that we were asked, but people would always, well, we were always friends with the brides, okay? Like when we would go out and stuff like that, and I can't tell you how many weddings we've been in, but they would always want to put us on the end, okay? Like Alex would be on the bride's end, I would be on the groom's end, like salt and pepper shakers. No, true story, they would. But this was the deal, right? That sucked about this, is that because they wouldn't like put us both on the bride's side, even though we were both friends with the bride. So what would happen is Alex would get to go for the bachelorette party, which was usually like 3 days in Chicago, blah, 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 or 3 days in Vegas or something like that, right? Whereas I was supposed to do whatever the groomsmen were going to do when I wasn't even really that good of friends with those guys, but I was just on that side. So I was supposed to go, and I wasn't even good friends with them. Didn't even really know these guys. And like, the last time that I was like, I'm not doing it. And it was actually some friends of ours. And the guy was like, I totally understand. He was like, Peter, you go with her. Because they were doing it the same weekend. And she got they got suites at the Public Hotel, which I don't even know if it exists anymore in Chicago. And we're going out to like fancy dinners and going out and getting dressed up. It was such a fun weekend when we went over there. And so that was her bachelorette party. He and his friends got an RV in the hills of West Virginia. And we're like out in this like mountain in West Virginia, and it was like the whole weekend all they did was drink. I was like, I can't. And Alex was like, no, you'll have fun. I was like, I cannot be out there. No cell phone. I don't drink. I'm with a bunch of people that drink. This is so long ago. This was a couple that got married the year after we did. So we got married in 2011, so this would have been 2012. And I was like, I can't do it. And Alex was like, well, just talk to him then. And he was so nice about it. He was like, Peter, I totally understand. He was like, it's totally cool. So, and it got wild, and I'm glad I didn't go, because I would have felt like, oh my God, I would have felt like I was in my own horror movie out there. But, so that was like the last time I was like, I don't want to be, and we love them so much. They were at our wedding and whatever, and he proposed to her the day after we got married in front of the fountains of the Bellagio. So that was like, and we were at, in their wedding and stuff like that. But anyway, that was like the last wedding. I was like, and we read at their wedding. They like had us like write something. And so Alex and I came up and like wrote this thing, and then we like read it at their wedding. But I was like, after that, I was like, I don't want to do this again. And we've been asked a couple times. I'm like, babe, if you want to be in somebody's wedding, go ahead, be in somebody's wedding. I said, but like, I don't want to be in somebody's wedding. I mean, if it was like Tanya was getting married or something, but not just like, if it was somebody that really, really meant something to me, and like they really wanted me to be in a wedding. But there was a period of time where it was like, it was just a group, we were all a group of friends, and so they wanted Alex and I somehow to be in the wedding, and so they thought it would be cute. And what they would always do, I mean, I'm talking like 4 or 5 weddings. He was on the bride's side, I was on the groom's side, and we would stand at the ends, and we would have like matching suits that were different than everybody else's. I can't tell you how many times we did that. That was like 3 weddings, so we had different outfits. 2 of them we had the same two of them we had the same outfits. Always at the very end. So anyway, after that last one in 2012, I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just not, So, Alex loves it, though. He loves officiating weddings, and he officiated Fufu and Jesse's wedding. He did a fantastic job, did a beautiful job of it. Now, I would read at a wedding, like if somebody, did I read at their wedding? Oh, I did. I read at Fufu and Jesse's wedding. I did read at their wedding. If somebody, they wanted me to read the Corinthians, which was what my mom read at Caroline's wedding, so that meant a lot to me. I would read at a wedding, like if they wanted me to write something or read a biblical passage or a love poem or something like that, I would more than happy do that, I would probably be an usher at a wedding. I just don't want to be like a groomsman in a wedding and stand up there. I want to be a guest at a wedding. Listen, I'm old enough, I've earned my, If you've been to a lot of weddings like I have, you know what I'm talking about. It's fun to go to a wedding as a guest. It's not that much, well, I mean, after it's all said and done, the reception and stuff like that's fun, but it's not that much fun to be in a wedding and like the preparation of it and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot. And the other thing is this, and I'm sure a lot of you, like, especially for women, it's expensive, but especially when it's somebody you don't know that well, like you know them, but you don't know them that well, it's expensive as shit to be in a wedding, okay? Especially today when people have like 3 engagement parties. Well, you have to bring a gift for each engagement party. You have to bring an outfit. I've had girlfriends of mine that are like, I'm going broke, I'm going to weddings. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, okay, there's 5 showers, 3 engagement parties. I have to have a different dress for each one. I have to have the bridesmaid's dress. I have to have a gift for each party. I have to do this, I have to do that. And it's a destination wedding, so I have to pay for all this kind of stuff to be there. It's like costing me like $5,000 to $10,000 just to be in this wedding. I think that's, I mean, it's a lot, I'm sure some of you out there are like nodding your heads like, yes. Like I've had that conversation with, I feel like a lot of, especially really, I guess, just women that I know that are like, yeah, it's really expensive. So, but what are you gonna do, I guess? Maybe not have so many parties. I don't know, I tell people all the time, they're like, well, what about your wedding? And I said, spend the money on the honeymoon. Do not spend it on this outrageous 500-person wedding, 500-person reception, that you're feeding all these people and doing all this kind of stuff because it's over in a couple hours. And yes, it's a beautiful moment and you'll remember that. Do something that's meaningful to you, but spend the money on your honeymoon. You deserve that. That time that Alex and I spent alone in Vegas, we were out there for 11 days. We got married for 1, okay? I mean, and it was, we got married, because the camera stopped. Am I already at the hour? I was so insistent at getting married on the up because I believe in that tradition, you know? If you know that tradition. My mom was somebody, she would always say that. So if you get married on the up, it's like 6:30 to 7 or 5:30 to 6, like the up on the clock. Like, you know, when the clock's going from like 5:30 to 6. If you get married on the up, it's supposed to be a good sign that you're like, that you're getting married on the up is what it's, instead of the down. Okay, if you get married on the down, it's supposed to mean that your marriage isn't going to make it. It's just a superstition, a marriage superstition. But it was something that my mom would always say. I can remember when we were kids, and like she'd say, oh, they're getting married at 4. They shouldn't be doing that. My mom would say that. And so that was like, it was kind of a way for me to like have my mom at the wedding, even though Caroline like spoke and represented my mom. But it was also a way for, like, just to, like, we instilled a lot of, like, traditions and superstitions in our wedding as well. Venezuelan ones and, you know, like, just American traditional wedding, like, superstitions and things like that. We had a lot of them in our wedding. And so that was one of them. And I can remember I was so worried that our wedding would not be done by, I think we got married at 6:30, by 7. And our pictures are so funny because, like, we got married, like, right at, like, 6:59. And he said, like, you know, you guys can kiss each other or whatever. Or actually, it was our friend, Brittany, that married us. She said, you guys can kiss each other or whatever she said. And so we're kissing each other. And then right as we're kissing each other, the fountains of the Bellagio, which are behind us because we got married at the Cosmopolitan, are going off. And the picture that they have of us kissing is like all these people. It's like Brittany's like clapping and like, why is my nose just like driving me crazy? Do I have a Kleenex on me? Before I came out here, I was like, you can pull yourself together a little bit. I trimmed my beard, which means there's always going to be one hair hanging down real low right here because I can never get it. And I tried to clip around my nose, and then I clipped it this too short on one side, and then I shaved around here because I was like, you can try to look a little bit nicer. But anyway, the pictures for our wedding are so funny because, oh my God, you know what? I should see. I don't think I have one in my phone, but I'll find one because the pictures of us like at the moment that we're getting married, Caroline's looking out the window at the fountains of the Bellagio. But the wedding was fine. You know, Alex's mom walked him down the aisle. My dad walked me down the aisle. I can remember being, so I was in a back room with my dad and Caroline before I got married. Because Caroline was like my best person, and so Alex was in another room and all the guests were, it's like a suite. It's like they had 2 suites, the Cosmopolitan, that's their wedding chapel. And so it overlooks all of that area of Vegas right there. The Paris, the Bellagio, the fountains. It's beautiful how they have it set up. We were the very first wedding the very first people that ever got married at the Cosmopolitan. So, which is really exciting. So now the chapel looks completely different, but at that point it was just like 2 suites that were completely split up. And so anyway, so I was in the room with my dad and Caroline, and I don't think my stepmom was back there. Maybe she was, but I think she was sitting out with the other guests because it was right before we got married. And I remember my dad said something to me like, any last words or something like that. My dad's real funny and sarcastic. And he said, any last words? And I said, yeah, what's the best piece of advice going into a marriage? I'll never forget, my dad looked at me and said something like, hey, how are you? How you doing? Good, your hair looks so cute. I love it. You got a lot cut off. Right out of the shower. It looks good. She lives right down by the pool, and she like walks her son must live around here somewhere, but she walks her son's dogs every day. She just retired, so she's real excited. And she walks around here so much. I love her. She's so sweet. But anyway, I remember I looked at my dad and I said, what's like the best piece of advice for like getting married or something like that? I'd asked my friend who's since passed away at a rehearsal dinner the night before. The rehearsal dinner was a lot of fun. I said, what is like the best, was that the night before that I asked him that? What's the best piece of advice you give somebody? He said that divorce is not an option. I say that a lot in my videos because I still think of that today. And I'm like, what do you mean divorce is not an option? Of course you can get divorced. He goes, of course you can get divorced. He goes, but you have to go into it thinking that you're not going to get divorced. And I've always held on to that. Like, he was like, you can work through anything. So I remember I looked at my dad, like, literally minutes before we were walking out, right? And I said, what's the best piece of advice going into a marriage? He goes, Pete, I think it's a little late for that. I go, what? He goes, I mean, if you're thinking about, I said, Dad, and he just started laughing. So our wedding was beautiful. And then we, our dinner that we had was at this Italian restaurant in the Caesars Forum Mall that no longer exists. And it's so weird because when we went to go visit Koei, so we were coming around the corner and I was like looking for it, and Alex goes, it's closed down. It's going to be the new, I think they're putting Gucci in there or something. It's some new store they're putting in where the restaurant was. It was two stories. And so we were on the top where it overlooked the mall, and it was beautiful. And they did such a nice job. And so Alex was like, I think it just closed down. And so when we met Koei, when he was working in the mall, he doesn't work there anymore, but when we met Koei, I said, that's where we had our wedding reception. He was like, really? And I was like, yeah. He didn't seem to care. Why would he? I mean, why would he? It wasn't his wedding. But anyway, and then after that, we went back to, not everybody did, like my aunt and uncle, my dad and my stepmom, like the people that were older didn't do it, but like a lot of us went back to, I don't even know, like I asked Alex that when we were there last time because it's always so packed. There's a bar that goes through the middle of the Cosmopolitan. It's called the Chandelier. It literally looks like a chandelier is hanging down, like a huge, it's like 4 stories, and it's a bar inside of it. I don't know if we like reserved an area. I don't remember. I mean, so Sarah was Alex's best person, and Alex and Caroline was mine. They would have done it if they did it. Because I was like, you can never get a table in this place. So, I mean, like, not at, 10 o'clock at night. So I was like, how did we get, I mean, we had a whole section in there. I mean, we had like 4 or 5 couches in this bar. And I was like, how did we get that whole area over there? And Alex was like, I don't know. So anyway, that was fun. But, then the next day, we just, like, they got us a cabana at, here comes my neighbor getting the mail. They got us a cabana at one of the pools, and they all went to the other pool. So Alex and I were alone the whole next day. And then the days leading up to it, we were pretty much alone. One of his good friends lives in Las Vegas. And so he took us, like, to some gay bars and took us to this restaurant. I'll never forget this restaurant. It was Tapas or whatever. It was called Firefly. It's fantastic. I don't know if it still exists, but I loved it. And Megan's, hey, how are you? It's kind of balmy, I know. Look at you with no coat on. What? Look at you with no coat on. Okay, real quick, somebody asked me to link these in the comment section below. I don't know how to link them because, so each one is a different year, okay? So for example, I bought Tanya and my sponsor these, and so I'll be honest with you, I just put in sober or sobriety date coffee mug, and it pulls this up. It's like the first thing that pulls it up. And there's like 5 different versions of it. Like one of them says like sobriety established. Oh, the battery is dying. It says like sobriety established, and then it says like, 1994, 1995, 1996 on Amazon. So just put in sobriety date cup. Because I don't know how to link it, because every link would be a different year, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go get another battery to finish this vlog, and I will be right back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to like keep track of how long that battery ran. I don't even know how long it was at, like an hour and some minutes. But that was probably one of the better batteries. So, anyway, I got stuck going inside. And I mean stuck like how Alex and his girlfriends call getting stuck. This is like stuck. When you just like, like when you're in a restaurant and somebody thinks you're staring at them, but you're not staring at them, you're kind of like staring past them, and you're just kind of like, does that ever happen to you? But like I got kind of stuck as I was like, oh, they're all dressed up for Christmas as little girls. Oh, she's dancing. She's got her white tights on and her red velvet dress. Her little sister's got a little green velvet dress on and cowboy boots. And and what's her brother got on? Pajamas. He must not be going to whatever they're going to. Oh, she's dancing. She's whipping her hair around in the yard. Oh, she's doing all kinds of, she's doing this kind of stuff. I bet she's in a Christmas show or something tonight. She's doing all this kind of stuff. She's practicing. They're at Grandma and Grandpa's house. Oh, they're saying hi to the woman walking by, my friend with the dog. Oh, anyway, we went to this restaurant, Firefly. I'll never forget this restaurant. I don't know why. Well, Alex and I had done a lot of shopping that day, and we actually found a lot of deals. I don't know why. There was a lot of shopping deals that day that we went shopping. We went to the mall We actually went to the mall where, when my stuff got stolen last year, they went over there and they used it at that Sephora. And there was another store they used it at too. I can't, Finish Line, I think. But we went in there, and I remember we shopped at Ben Sherman. And I was small enough at that time. That stuff at Ben Sherman fit me. I love that brand, Ben Sherman. And they were having a huge sale. And I remember they had, I have them somewhere. Alex still has his. It would not fit me today. Like, I would have to lose another, God, 30 or 40 pounds for it to fit me, like, comfortably. Because it was tight when I got it. And it was this short sleeve. It wasn't even, I don't think it was a mock turtleneck. I think it was a full turtleneck. Short sleeve turtleneck shirt, and it was navy blue, and it was so hot. I thought, oh my God, Alex got one in black and I got one in blue at Ben Sherman. It looked so sharp. And I remember I had a pair of jeans that I got, I think they were Ben Sherman jeans, that had like yellow piping down the side, like the stitching down the side. And I got those, and I remember I wore that out to that, I probably have a picture of it somewhere, because I can remember standing outside taking a picture, but we went to this place called Firefly, or Firelight, I think it's Firefly. And inside, they had all of those, like, you know, those lights, the twinkle lights and stuff like that. It was like a tapas restaurant. Is that how you pronounce it? Tapas? I don't know. A tapas restaurant. His friend took us to it, and we had such a blast, and it was so much fun. And then I remember we went to like Piranha, the gay bar there. We went to another one called like The Garage or something. Then Alex and I just walked around a lot. Before our wedding, we went and we saw shows. So we got married on a Thursday, and then I think we left on Tuesday. Most of our friends left on Saturday. So we had Sunday. I think maybe we left on Wednesday. I don't remember how long we were out there. We got out there Sunday. No. God, I don't even remember what day we left out there. Did we go Sunday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't remember how many days we were out there after we got married, but that was so much fun. I could have stayed out there for 30 days in Vegas. We just got up every day and laid out by the pool. I mean, it's basically what we do now on a vacation. But it was so much fun. How did I get talking about all that? I don't even know. I don't even know. Okay, so last night, I read the books. I'm loving the Christmas books, like I said. I'll Be Alone for Christmas. Check it out, novella. It's great. It's on Kindle Unlimited for free, too. I think it's free on Kindle Unlimited. Isn't Kindle Unlimited mean it's all free? I don't know. I don't read from a Kindle. But anyway, Tani does, Nikki does, everybody that I know reads from their Kindle. Okay, so then after that, I read so long that I just sat there and I read and I read and I read. I was like going to finish the whole book last night. I was like, no, stop. And so I was going to watch Elsbeth and Matlock last night. But at that point, it was like late. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. Because I got up and, because I did all the Christmas shopping last night on Amazon too. So, I know people were like, I can't believe you told your Christmas. None of those people that I talked about that I bought on here are people that watch this vlog. Nobody watches my vlog except for Valerie and Nikki. Nobody watches my vlog. Mel every once in a blue moon, but nobody else watches. And anybody that would possibly watch my vlog, I didn't say what I'm getting them on here. But anyway, so after that, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe later than that, it was like 4:30, I think. And I was like, okay, I obviously don't have time to watch Elsbeth and Matlock now. So it was like, I'll watch one show. So I actually I had a half episode to finish of 1,000 Pound Sisters, and so I finished that, and then, or 1,000 Pound Best Friends. So I finished that and I watched the whole next episode. It's season 2, and it's where I thought it was like now I only have 4 episodes left of season 2. It's where they go to the wellness retreat. That's really like a fitness boot camp. That was the episodes that I watched last night. I love that show. It's so good. So then after that, I went to bed. I kept on like our temperature in the house. It's so weird, like, we keep it between, like, 69 and 72. 72 is really warm, so if it's freezing outside, we have to put it on 72. But 69, I like it a little bit cooler to sleep at night. I don't want to be cold, but I'd rather get warmed up, like, with blankets and stuff, and be able to put one foot out. I don't want to be hot when I sleep. But last night when I went to bed, it was hot in the house. So I think I moved it down. Sometimes 69 at night can get too cold. So I think I moved it down to like, it was like 71, and I was like, God, it's so hot. I don't know how one temperature gauge makes such a difference, but it was like 71 and it was really, really hot. And so I moved it down to like 70, and I went upstairs and I went to bed, and I just tossed and turned. I could not fall asleep. Hey, how are you? Hi, honey. Huh? Yep, I'm all snuggled in. That was our mom's friend. She got a new little dog. She's so sweet. And so I kept on tossing and turning, and I was itching. I was so itching. Well, this was like the second night in a row. And so the first night that it happened when I was itching, I don't even think I said anything about it on here. I was like, I think it's my dry skin. Like, because I haven't been using the humidifier. Because when Boo was sleeping on the floor, I unplugged the humidifier because we had it on the floor, like near where his bed was. And I didn't want him to run into it because he was pacing a lot. And so I moved it into the bathroom. We haven't been using it. So so last night at like, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. Because, I mean, I literally tossed and turned from like 5:30. I finally fell asleep. And then like a half an hour I woke up. And Alex was laughing, looking at TikToks. And I looked at the clock and it was 10 after 9. And I was like, what is going on? I cannot sleep. Could not sleep to save my life last night. I'm probably going on 4.5 hours of sleep. I think I just need one really good night of sleep is what I need. I was talking to Tanya and Nikki, and they're like, don't take a nap tonight. I was like, but this is the problem. If I don't take a nap, then I'll go to sleep at like 8 or 9. And they're like, then you go to sleep at 8 or 9. I'm like, I know, but then I lose the whole night, and I want to watch my shows, and I want to read my Christmas books. It's like, you know, it's double-edged sword. So anyway, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So anyway, I know, I just needed one night. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow night I have to watch Sister Wives. Well, maybe tomorrow night I'll just be the night that I catch up, and I'll just go to bed. I'll watch Sister Wives, and then after that I'll just go to bed real early. Maybe that's what I'll do. And just get a really, really good night's sleep. I have a dental appointment one day this week. It's Wednesday. I have a dental appointment. Ugh, deep cleaning. Not excited for that. So anyway, I tossed and turned. Well, I turned on the humidifier. It takes a while for the humidifier to really work in a room. So I'm like itching. I'm like, this is dry skin. And so then I'd fall asleep, I'd wake up, I fall asleep, I wake up, I fall asleep, I woke up. It was madness. And so I didn't really get that good of sleep last night, and I woke up and I did not feel great. And I had a headache. And yeah, that was my day so far. So my plan was to film a bunch of videos today. I had a list of videos that I was gonna make. I had a drama video. I was gonna try to finish that book and then do a book review of that, but I'll probably do that tomorrow. So I had videos, I had review videos to do, I had all kinds of videos to do today, and it was like, I am just going to relax and then film my vlog and then upload my vlog, and then tonight I'm just gonna read and watch some shows and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's that. Alex is going to pick up his girlfriend that he works with that lives like 5 minutes from us. She's actually married to this guy that I went to high school with, and he's not going either, so their marriage is probably in trouble. But they're going to this like work get together that's like 6 of them, that's really like hidden behind like a Christmas party, but it's not really, it's just like a get together of them. It's like an excuse for them to sit around and like drink a glass of wine or two and commiserate about work, but they call it like a Christmas get together. So that's what he's doing tonight, but that won't be late. He wasn't out late last night. He had such a good time last night. He wasn't out late last night. He won't be out late tonight, he said. So, and then tomorrow, I don't know, we'll do probably brunch somewhere and probably pat a shoe, of course. And then I'll film some videos and yeah, House of Villains. We still have House of Villains to watch. Look at this sweatshirt. Isn't it so pretty? I don't really wear it a whole lot because I don't know that I think it's that pretty. I can't believe I got all my Christmas shopping done like that last night. Well, this is how it happened. So I was like, I gotta figure out what, how I'm gonna like buy, hold on a second, I'm getting a call, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm probably not gonna vlog for a whole lot longer. I keep on saying that than I do. It was a sober friend of mine that I actually hadn't heard from in a while, just kind of like checking in. That was nice, wasn't it? And then a family group text. What is this? They are still going on about Fufu's birthday. I'm like, his birthday is over. I love you, Fufu, but your birthday is over. He would laugh at that too. And then Alex sent me some Instagram reel. This must be what he was laughing at. Oh, he said, this is you. I can't look at it on here. So, I don't know, it's some Instagram reel of this guy doing something funny. He's like, this is you. Alex is always sending me that stuff. So, what did I say? What was I talking about? Oh, tonight my plan is to, well, I'm going to upload this vlog. I was talking about tomorrow, wasn't I? What we're going to do tomorrow. We'll still have to watch House of Villains, but we'll probably watch House of Villains when he gets home tonight. And then, so we'll watch House of Villains tonight, unless he's tired when he gets home. And then, oh my gosh, she's walking around again. Well, I am walking tonight. So when I get done with this vlog, when it gets done rendering, I am going to upload it, and while I'm uploading it, I'm going to go walk. I'm getting my walk in. I'm listening to my Paula Hawkins tonight and tomorrow, and I'm getting it done because Monday is the Christmas audiobook. I gotta be listening to Christmas audiobooks. Y'all, listen, some of these audiobooks, you know what? I was gonna do this haul over here. I was gonna see Paula Hawkins, The Blue Hour. I still have so long. I thought I had less than 4 hours, but then I had to go back because I don't remember what I was listening to. So I've got 4 hours and 28 minutes. I have to listen to 2 hours and 28 minutes so that tomorrow I only have to listen to 2 hours, okay? So I can finish this book. I don't love it. So Audible is having, if you're on Audible, okay, they are having a statewide sale. I do not know how long this goes on for. It's members only. I don't know how long it's going to go on for, but I will tell you, I bought so many books because some of these books were like $3. Some of them were like $9, but they're books that would normally be like 1 credit, which I think equals to about $12. So if a book is less than $12, I buy it. I don't use a credit for it. But let me tell you the books that I recently bought. All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. It's supposed to be fantastic. I Found You by Lisa Jewell. The Life Impossible. All these were on sale. The Life Impossible, it's Matt Haig's newest book. Along Came a Spider, because I'm going to start reading the Alex Cross books in January. Murder on Mustang Beach. Hey! Murder on Mustang Beach, because that's the sequel to the Alyssa Bassett book that I read this summer. The Wedding People, it's getting huge reviews. 800 Grapes is the Laura Dave book. She's the one that wrote The Last Thing He Told Me, and the one that I just read that I don't know anything about. A Hunger to Kill, which is our true crime book for December. The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, which I haven't read. Everybody talks about this one. The Diva Runs Out of Time. That's the Thanksgiving book that somebody told me to read. And then I have all these Christmas books. The Christmas Killer. It's almost 9 hours. The Winter Widow. When did I buy that one? That's 8 hours. A Christmas Vanishing. That's only 4.5 hours. You Better Watch Out. 6.5 hours. Christmas Eve Murders. 8 hours, 18 minutes. I mean, some of these are short. Christmas Presents. 5 hours and 39 minutes. Christmas Jigsaw Murders. Almost 9 hours. Mysterious Affairs at Styles. That's an Audible, original. Like, you have to have Audible to listen to it or to get it, and it's acted out by actors. I'm really excited about that. 3 hours and 53 minutes. I'll Be Home for Mischief. 9 hours and 4 minutes. That's the Jacqueline Frost one. I can't wait to read that one. Okay. So Nikki is reading these thrillers, and she said it was like the best thriller she's ever read. Tani got it too, because she saw that Nikki had posted about that. All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. Her first book is called The Flicker in the Dark, so I bought both of those. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. That's Peter's book club for December. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I'm going to try to read those, because they're real TikTok famous now. The Woman in Coach D. Oh, all these, I bought these a while ago. So, I'm excited to get back into some books and get, what is this? Shy Creatures. What is Shy Creatures? Let's see what this is about. A novel. Is this another one where animals talk? An alluring literary mystery full of secrets and lies when an art teacher at a psychiatric hospital in 1960s England finds her life turned upside down by the arrival of a mysterious patient who has spent decades living in complete isolation with his elderly aunts in a decrepit Victorian house, perfect for fans of Anne Patchett, Barbara Kingsley, and Tessa Hadley. An off-field relationship zero is a tipping point. It goes unnoticed at the time that can later be identified as the beginning of the decline. For Helen, it was the weekend that the hidden man came to Westbury Park. This sounds so good. It's 11 hours and 47 minutes. What's the Shy Creatures. I want to see what it is on Goodreads. Has anybody read Shy Creatures? I'll be home for Christmas. Have you guys heard about the fact that, I don't really know anything about it, the Congress or the House stood behind, I don't know how, I was reading about the TikTok ban. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good! Hey! That made me so happy, I don't know why. I don't know why that cracked me up. I don't know that woman. I've never seen her before. I'm like, hey! But the TikTok ban, I don't care because I'm not on the TikTok. But I can just tell you right now, it's going to devastate some people in my life. Like, well, not Tanya. I think her husband watches TikToks. She doesn't really watch that much TikToks. She used to. She doesn't really anymore. But her husband watches TikToks. Alex watches the hell out of some TikToks. Nikki is on TikTok all the time. Caroline is definitely, she gets everything she knows by the TikTok. Do y'all really think they're going to ban the TikTok? They're not really going to ban the TikTok, are they? Like, apparently it's like, I don't know, I mean, I know the articles, like, they have to sell it to, like, a U.S.-owned company, or it's banned, or whatever. You think they're really going to ban it? I know something's going to happen before that all goes down. What was that book called? Shy Creatures? Shy Creatures. Betty Davis Eyes. Why did I just think of that song? I used to love that song when I was a kid. Do you know what songs I liked when I was a little kid that I had the 45s for? Betty Davis Eyes and Blame It on the Queen of Hearts. Knowing if it really smarts. The Joker is the only fool. Do anything for you. I don't know how I know the words to that song. By Juice Newton. Do y'all remember that song? Oh my god, I love that song so much. Okay. Shy Creatures by Claire Chambers. Oh, what does that mean? When did it come out? Oh, November 12th. It hasn't been out that long. I might get that book. That book sounds good. Let's see what the reviews are. Oh, all these people are saying it took them time to get through it. But they're giving it 5 stars. All these people are giving it 4 and 5 stars. Will draw you into the story quickly and hold you there until the very last page. Character building. This is definitely giving me a push to read more. Has anybody read Shy Creatures? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you have, I might read it too. Okay, I gotta get off here. I gotta walk before it gets dark. So I'm gonna go inside. I got these sweatpants on. I think these might be warm enough to walk in, so I gotta put my sneakers on. I think I'll just keep all this on and then just walk with my, put my sneakers on and walk with those, and then get into the Paula Hawkins book, and then take a shower, put my cozy pajamas on, finish my Christmas book. I'll be alone for Christmas. And then the Maximum Ride book, and then watch some shows, and Alex will be home. We'll probably watch House of Villains, or something like that. Yeah, a good relaxing day. A good relaxing day. It was fun out here today. Happy Vlogmas. I know there's gonna be that, oh, the moon is out already. I know there's gonna be that one person that's gonna be like, Peter was dissing Vlogmas. I'm not dissing Vlogmas. I think it's sweet. I think it's fun that people do Vlogmas. I like watching them too, okay? There's a lot of people that I've watched Vlogmas. I think it's a fun idea. It just cracks me up. Like, even on the thing saying it. Anyway, we're not getting into all that again. I need some more Christmas decorations out here, don't you think? It's looking rather Christmas sparse. Maybe I can get a bunch of Christmas decorations. Oh, I gotta put up a Christmas tree tonight. Damn it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll save the... No, I can't save it for tomorrow. I have to do the Christmas tree tonight. It'll literally, I'll do it. It'll take me 10 minutes. I'll be like, God, I'm so glad I got that done. That's how I'll feel. Do you ever feel like that with stuff? It's like you wait and 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 then you do it. It's like, God, it took me no time at all. That's it. Alex was like, so our printer was out. I do have to share this. And so I said to him the other day, so, you know, like there's kind of like just things that you guys do, like that are assumed that like one person will do it or the other person will do it and things like that, right? So through the years, it's just been kind of assumed that Alex is the one that reorders the printer cartridge because I don't, like, he started it years ago and I don't know how to do it. So, I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out, but I just don't know. So the other night I was like, I was on my computer and I was like, hey, like our printer isn't working, like it's not printed out. So we like tested a sheet and he was like, oh, and I was like, can you teach me how to order like the print cartridge or whatever? Because I like need to print this off. And he was like, what? And I was like, I need to print this thing off. And he was like, oh, he's like, are you doing like work? Is it for work? I said, yeah, I just need to print this off. Hold on. So he goes, okay. I said, well, you can teach me how to do it. Then I can just order it the next time since I'm always at home and whatever. And he goes, no, I'll just do it. He's like, it's real easy. I just, order it and then it comes. So anyway, so we did that. So today, when I came downstairs, Alex goes, oh, the printer cartridge came. So the printer's like working now. He had like printed something off because he's returning something. And he's like, so you can print out your document now. And I go, my document? I had completely forgotten, like from 2 days ago. He goes, yeah, you had some work document or something. First of all, I make YouTube videos. What work documents am I printing off? Okay. He goes, you had some work document that you had to print off. And I just like looked at him. I was so confused. And I go, what? He goes, babe, the other day you were in front of the computer and you like had to print off something. You said it was important. And I go, Here's how my face went, probably. I was like this. It changed so drastically. Do you want to know what my important document was? I'm so embarrassed to even say this. Okay. I was looking up checklists of all the James Patterson books. I need a thumbnail. I forgot about a thumbnail. Hold on a second. Happy Vlogmas. There's my Happy Vlogmas thumbnail. I was looking up checklists of all the James Patterson books in order on series. And so if you go to the James Patterson website, he has all the series listed in order, okay? From newest to last. And so I wanted to print them all out so that when I start reading all the James Patterson books, I can highlight off the ones that I've read and I can keep them in a binder, okay? Because that's how I am, because I have to do things like that. So then I was going to buy a 3-ring binder to put my James Patterson series in it as well, because this is all on Goodreads, okay? It's all, you can find it all on Goodreads and just check off your books, but I want it in a paper binder, okay? Does anybody else think this way? So I'm like, I'm going to get a paper binder, or some kind of binder, and I'm going to put the, what are the other ones in there? The A through, the A is for Alibi, Sue Grafton books. I'm going to print those off too. When I read one, I'm going to highlight. The other night when he came in, I must have looked like I was working so seriously, because I was like, James Patterson checklist of all of his book series and things like that. And I finally pulled it up, and so I was trying to print it, and it was literally like 20 pages, okay, because James Patterson has so many damn books out. And that's probably when he came in, it looked like I was doing something real serious. I am, though. I'm going to read every James Patterson book that ever came out. I know that they're so bad, but I don't even care. I'm having so much fun reading the James Patterson books, so... Now that we have printer cartridge, I can print that out. I gotta do that too. But first I gotta go on my walk. So I'm gonna go render this vlog, and then while it's uploading, I'm gonna go for my walk, and then when I come back, because it's still early, it's not even 5 o'clock yet. So when I come back, then I can take a hot shower and get in my comfy pajamas, and it's gonna be a relaxing Saturday night of candles and Christmas. Cozy candle Christmas. Happy Vlogmas. I didn't even light my candles. Oh my god, I brought my lighter out here and everything. I didn't even light my candles. Ah, hell's bells. Anyway, let me know what you guys are doing tonight. I hope that you're having a magically amazing Saturday. I will be back tomorrow with videos. I needed today to relax today. So, anyway, oh, the moon is so pretty. I'm excited about walking tonight. I'm excited about walking. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I never say that on my vlog, do I ever? Let me know what you're doing in the comment section below tonight. That's it. Let me know what Christmas movie you're watching, what book you're reading, what TV show you're reading, or if you're just sitting up in your room like Brandy and Nikki. Anyway, let me know what you're doing this weekend, and I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday, and if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. Happy Vlogmas. Happy birthday, Lena, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!